It's a crown jewel of Newport News, a world-class facility that has drawn more than 1 million people in under a decade. And when it comes to bringing in some of the biggest names in the world of arts and entertainment right before your very eyes on center stage, the Ferguson Center for the Arts on the campus of Christopher Newport University can definitely deliver, because the future continues to shine bright for the finest performing arts center in Hampton Roads and possibly the state of Virginia.
More than a dozen years ago, President Paul Trimble of CNU had this bold vision to create a performing arts center, and everyone said, he was nuts. And because, there had been no history in this community of being able to support a world-class theater or world-class attractions, and they had done several in the small Old Gaines Theater, and it really wasn't that successful. So, like everything we do around here, we just sort of move forward, we strike that vision, and we commit to it, and we don't look back. And that's what happened with the center, even as far as going out and contracting the firm of I.M. Pei to build really what some people consider one of the most beautiful theaters. I mean, from the colonnade that's sort of the arc like a ship, and then also you see the tower. I mean, because that's the first thing you see off of Warwick Boulevard. When you hit Avenue of the Arts, you see the university, but you also see the Ferguson Center for the Arts, and it's so striking and bold in its appearance, including the tower, which is actually the stairs up to the overhead portion of the stage. It's that glass tower that's lit all the time. And part of the design principle there was that it's really the cultural beacon for the peninsula. And that's one thing, going back to some of the original documents, they talked about how they wanted to be a place that would draw people. And, with having over 1 million people come in these short 7 years, that really has worked for us. But, it's a comfortable space. You come inside and there's a generous lobby in both of our theaters that, it's amazing how many weddings and funerals and bar mitzvahs and that kind of thing that we have here, where people want it because it's an alternative space. It's something different from what everybody else has. Yes, it is the former Ferguson. Most people don't realize that, but we get lots of calls from different alumni groups of Ferguson High School wanting to hold their reunions here. But we have 3 beautiful theaters in this facility. We have a 1,700-seat concert hall. It's a nice, comfortable space. There's plenty of leg room. There's no seat further than about 110 feet from the stage, which is a good rule of thumb for how far away you want to be. I don't think there's a bad seat. Everywhere you sit, it sounds great. We have the 450-seat Music and Theater Hall. That was the very first hall that we opened with Tony Bennett, and Tony came back later and played our concert hall and was really amazed that we had 2 such perfect sounding theaters. You can literally stand at center stage and whisper, and someone in the back row of the theater can hear you. But the Music and Theater Hall, our music programs use it extensively. It has a full orchestra shell. The theater department does 2 or 3 shows there. We get lots of use from our student groups. And we have in our 200-seat black box theater. It literally is a flexible theater space. There's no permanently defined seating. We do have different platform levels that sink down into a pit that we can change the seating, whether we want it higher or lower, and we can continually change the actor to audience relationship in that space. But in addition to that, though, we have incredible teaching and learning spaces, state-of-the-art classrooms with video and sound. We also have scene shops and costume shops and dance studios. It's literally a 300,000 square foot arts mecca. There's great spaces here. I would say that there's no university in Virginia, and I would even go as far as saying maybe Maryland and North Carolina as well, or even the Mid-Atlantic here, that have the facilities that we have here for our students at CNU. We're really fortunate that we have this facility here in Newport News. We're also still very fortunate that we still receive nice support from the city. And when it's not financial support, it's in-kind support, and it's also that general support also of City Council out there talking about the Ferguson Center and trying to get people to bring their groups here to see shows. This is not about just CNU and not just about what Bill Biddle wants to see or anything like that. We're here to present performances that people in our community want to see. We want to be a good neighbor. We're a bridge for CNU to the community, so for some people, this is the only interaction they have with CNU, and we hope that's going to be a positive one as well. But we grow and we get better by feedback. I give people my private phone line in my office, 594-7687, and if they want to talk to me, people can pick up the phone and talk to me directly. If they have a problem, a concern, a suggestion for a show, that's how we grow, that's how we get better. And anything that we can do for our community, we're going to do it, because we not only want to be the best, we want to be the best for our citizens in this area as well. know, when you come to a show here, there's really an electricity, and you can sit back and look at our performances because we really offer a something for everyone philosophy, and especially when it's a local favorite, you know, like Bruce Hornsby, who's, yes, he's local, but he's also a national, international star as well.
Lie over there in a bed with the iron rails, like a frightened child in the cold light, so frail. Things are going so well, just rolling along. And just when you think you got it made, it's all gone. Well, when I shine the door, I got something for you. Well, a few good words and a hand to help you get through. May not be much, but now it's all that I can do. Lay down your weary head. Do whatever you gotta do.
You know, we've presented Bruce Hornsby several different ways. The first time we presented him with solo, then we also did him with Ricky Skaggs. And people really like that solo, just Bruce on stage. You know, and that really, when you have a theater that has such great acoustic sound, I've tried to push more and more for things like that.
'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, these final hours, I will lay down my heart, and I'll feel the power, but you won't. Oh, you won't.
But Ferguson Center truly is a special place. It's a place where friends can meet, friends can gather, and you can have a good time, forget your cares, and just, you know, enjoy the performance.
To the Madeline rain, to the music on the lake, listen to my heart break every time she runs away. Listen to the banjo wind, a sad song drifting low. Listen to the tears as they roll down my face as she turns to go. Listen to the tears as they roll down my face as she turns to go. Listen to the tears as they roll down my face as she turns to go.
Well, that's about all the time we have for you this month. We hope you've enjoyed this edition of Newport News and Review, as we've given you a front row seat to the very impressive Ferguson Center for the Arts on the campus of Christopher Newport University. And as always, on behalf of everyone here at Newport News TV, whether you're watching us on TV or online at nngov.com, Facebook, or YouTube, thanks for watching. And we'll see you here real soon for the April edition of Newport News and Review right here on Newport News Television.
For more information on Newport News and Review, contact Aaron Pritchett at apritchett@nngov.com.